All right. This week I'd like to talk to you about 4 very extreme horror films that you might have heard of, and 2 that maybe are not. The first one I'd like to mention to you is one called High Tension, or Haute Tension, and most people know about it. It is French-Italian, and at the end I'll tell you which films you can watch dubbed and which you have to watch only subtitles. Some people will not watch any film at all if it cannot be watched dubbed, and I understand that. These are 4 extreme horror films I'm sharing with you. Most horror fans know about High Tension. It is, I don't want to give away, of course, the plot, but it is it was kind of the beginning of the new French revolution in horror, to show that the French could really make some scary horror films, and they did. This is one of those. I love it. I don't want to talk about the plot a lot. The second one I'd like to talk about is one called Inside. Yes. Inside.
I thought I would interrupt your little stories today.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about something. Yeah.
Okay.
I was watching Conan O'Brien the other day.
David Letterman?
No, not David Letterman.
I like David Letterman.
Conan O'Brien. Because he's a ginger cutie.
You can't say ginger cutie.
What? I don't get it. What's the problem? Anyway, and he was talking about cat devouring.
Cat devouring?
Yeah. They used to have contests in the Middle Ages.
No.
And these
No, they
people
didn't.
would, well, I guess they're people. They would stand around and they'd throw a contest. They would eat cats. Yeah, live.
No, they
Yeah.
didn't.
There was a contest called cat devouring.
No, they
It was in the Middle Ages.
No.
Yes, it did. You talked to Conan O'Brien if you don't believe me. He was talking about it.
He would never talk about that.
Boy, sometimes talking to you is like talking to a light bulb.
Thanks.
And other news, you know that book you was reading last week?
This one?
Zombies Encounters with the Hungry Dead.
Yeah. Okay.
There is a zombie baby and there isn't there.
How do you know what I know?
What? Ladies and gentlemen, he is kind of thick.
That's weird.
Anyway, I'm gonna leave now, and I just wanted to say hi, and this is the pretty one, Sweet Babu, who does not watch David Letterman.
Well, I do.
He watches Conan O'Brien, because he's a ginger cutie. Anyway, I'll talk to you later, okay? This is the creature known in the legends as the Sweet Babu. The Sweet Babu.
Oh, cat devouring? There was no such thing. Oh, I was talking about Inside, which is we're talking about extreme horror films. When I say that, I'm talking about some very graphic films. Inside is exactly that. Simple plot. Woman knocks on pregnant woman's door and says she wants her unborn baby, and she will do and kill anything and anyone to get it. So by the time this movie is done, her house is literally soaked top to bottom with blood. Simple premise, hideous film. Martyrs. Martyrs is so hideous. It's also French. High Tension is French, Italian. Inside is French. Martyrs is French. It's so bad that the director in an intro tells you that it's okay to dislike him because he kind of dislikes himself for making it. This movie could never have been made in America because it involves, well, it's a horror film with about children. So obviously it could never have been made in America. Again, it is an extreme horror film. Another one is called Frontiers. Frontiers is also French, and again, another extreme film. Frontiers is kind of easy to describe. It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets Hostel. Put them together and you have Frontiers. It's extremely graphic. It's one of my favorites of the group because sometimes you don't feel very much for the protagonist or the heroine or whatever. In this case, it's a woman. But in this one, you do. They really make you feel for her. The next one is not French, believe it or not. It's Spanish. Now, those first four are extreme. These next two are not. Timecrimes is one of the coolest time travel films I have watched in a really long time. It's in Spanish. It not only time warps once, twice, it actually time warps 3 times. And by the time this movie is over, your head is literally in knots. It doesn't require a lot of special effects. It's mostly a head game. Really an incredible film. The last one, my 6th one, is called Them. It's French and Romanian. The reason I didn't put it in the extreme category is because there is basically no gore. I found it very intense. I've seen it 2 or 3 times. Really, really clever. Basic premise, couple are in a house. Something or some things is outside the house and is willing to tear the house apart, and them. Supposedly based on true events. Again, I did not put that in my extreme category because there's no gore in it, but it is really intense. You cannot watch Frontiers in a dubbed version, and you cannot watch Them in a dubbed version. The other ones are dubbed in English in case that really bothers you. I highly recommend all 6 of these movies. Timecrimes is a movie that kind of slipped through, and a lot of people don't know about it. I read a lot of stuff on the web, so I kind of came across this interesting time travel movie. I highly recommend these movies, and I really appreciate, as always, you watching. I thank you, and